What's going on, Washington Commanders Nation? It's your boy Rio Robinson back with the latest and greatest on the Rambling with Rio YouTube channel, where we ramble about our bum ass Washington Commanders. Today is Friday, October 6th, and I am still thoroughly disgusted from what took place at FedEx Field last night. I'm kind of glad I didn't record last night because I probably would have said a lot of crazy shit. I'm still gonna get in their ass today. No pause necessary. I don't even care. We're gonna dig into this team. We're gonna peel back some layers, but last night definitely would not have been the mood. But shout out to the fans, because for the third time this season, 3 home games, 3 sellouts, and they haven't put together one decent performance yet this year. But we've sold it out 3 times. Sellout versus the Cardinals. We came out and bullshitted for about 3 quarters and stumbled upon a victory. Then the Bills absolutely assaulted us. And last night, the Chicago Bears, the 0-4 worst in the NFL, Chicago Bears came into FedEx Field and assaulted us. Raw, no lubricant. Took us to the woodshed, spanked us, embarrassed us on national TV in our all-black uniforms. We came dressed for our own funeral last night. 40-20. I said that correctly. 40-20. 20-point defeat to the Chicago Bears for their first win of the season and their first win in their last 15 games. These niggas haven't won a game in the last calendar year and came to FedEx Field and stomped us. Stomped us 4 days after we went mano-a-mano with the NFC champion, Philadelphia Eagles. We let the Bears come down to FedEx Field and whoop us. Let's start with positives that I took away from Monday night. The fans sold out the stadium, period. That ends positives for Monday night. There are no silver linings. There are no positives. There is nothing to take away in good standing from what Washington did in that game last night. Thursday night football in front of the whole world, or at least however much of the world has Amazon Prime, watched us get spanked. So not only did they just get embarrassed for the local crowd, we got embarrassed for the whole world to see on Jeff Bezos' app last night. They came out and dogged us on every side of the ball. I'm seeing people find silver linings like, but EB and Sam, I'll stop you right there. EB was trash last night. Sam was not good in the first half either. And I don't care about stats that were accumulated after you were down 27-3. You're down 27-3 to the worst team in the league. You weren't doing good. You were not playing well. The offense didn't do shit in the first half. We're going to get to the defense in a second because I have so much things to say about the defense. But I'm seeing people give Sam and EB a pass. All them niggas sucked last night. The whole fucking team sucked last night. They're all trash. Nobody got a good game last night. Nobody. Why are you scoring 3 points in the first half? Why are we giving that a pass? Oh, he fought. They fought hard. They didn't play good enough. They're down 24 in the first half to the Chicago Bears. Y'all okay with that? Y'all okay with Jahan Dotson having 140 yards through 5 games? He's trash this year. Terry averaging like 40 yards a game. We're trash. Our quarterback's been sacked 30 times in 5 games. And more than half of the sacks are on the fucking quarterback. Love Sam. Love his fight. Sam got the slowest process clock in the league. That man moves and thinks in slow motion. And most of the sacks are on him. I'm not giving no passes. I want these guys to succeed like y'all do, but I'm going to be objective about it. The quarterback was not good enough. The offensive line is not good enough. The receivers and the running backs are not good enough. But let's talk about that damn defense. Let's talk about that goddamn defense. 6 first-round picks. All the first-round picks pretty much of the Ron Rivera era. All this draft capital, all these salaries. Payne got an extension. Allen got an extension. We're talking about extending Sweat Young and Cam Curl. And these motherfuckers are 30th in yards, 29th versus the run, 28th versus the pass, 23rd in interception rate, 20th on third down, 6th in sack rate, 40 fucking points. DJ Moore had 230 yards and 3 touchdowns last night. It feels like he outproduced our receiver contribution from the first 5 weeks of the season in one night. Put this shit into perspective. This Chicago Bears team is on the brink of firing their head coach. Their fans are already ready to retire Justin Fields as their quarterback, and they come in and fix all their ailments versus the Commanders. We should be fucking embarrassed with ourselves. I felt so pitiful wearing the colors last night. We look like we put our clown suits on. Look at us in our all black. Look at us in our little coordinated game day outfits, feeling like a goddamn idiot walking around the concourse of FedEx Field last night. That shit was depressing, bro. That shit was damn right depressing. Before you could blink and sit down at your seat, we were down 17-3. Sad ass boys, man. But let's talk about this defense. This defense couldn't cover a soul. I'm positive me and the group chat, we could have stepped on the field and got busy and boogied on our defense last night. The cornerbacks, basura, trash, garbaggio, food, barbecue chicken. Starting with our first round pick. Our first round pick, Emmanuel Forbes, is dog shit. He's terrible. He's doing his best David Amerson impression, and he's not good enough to get on the football field right now. He doesn't belong on an NFL field in 2023. He's terrible. He makes business decisions when it comes to tackling, which is to be expected when you put a 91-pound cornerback on the field with grown-ass men. Wants no parts of making tackles, can't fucking cover. You can put him in zone, you can put him in man, and he's going to get beat like a fucking drum every time. Trash. Can't have that on the football field. Play Danny Johnson. Danny Johnson's at least adequate. He's competent. Put him on the field. They made DJ Moore look like 2007 Randy Moss on the Patriots. And I like DJ Moore. DJ Moore is a good receiver. We made DJ Moore look like the best receiver in the league, and it's embarrassing. He ran up and down the field on us, and man, it didn't matter what they were running. Players are running wide open, ass naked down the field because of Jack's scheme. 4 years later, it's the same shit. It feels like they just got here. But this is the plan. This is what our head coach does. Ronald Eugene Rivera, the only thing this man has ever done right in his career was have the rights to draft. He inherited a team that had the rights to draft Cam Newton #1 overall in Carolina. No, matter of fact, he did 2 things right because he drafted Luke Kuechly as well. Kuechly and Cam Newton made Ron look like an adequate coach when in fact he's terrible. There's a reason why in 13 seasons he has 9 losing seasons as a coach because he's a bad coach. He's a bad coach. He's a good leader of men. Cool. Like I've told y'all 1,000 times, Ron can lead an ROTC. Ron can lead a support group for ex-military men. Ron's not a football coach. Ron is a terrible football coach. And his buddy Jack Del Rio, same shit. Same shit. And I wish I woke up to the notification that somebody was fired today. But I imagine they're going to exhibit restraint and exhibit patience and let all these old geriatric geezers stay till January, and they can turn their key cards in after the last game, January 8th, because we need change here. We need substantial change, and I'm at the point where I'm ready to blow this shit all up. I don't want to extend any of these defenders that are up for extensions. I would start selling, to be perfectly honest, because the season's cooked. You don't lose like that in prime time to the worst team in the NFL and try to sell me the dream of we're a playoff football team. This is not a playoff team. I'll tell you exactly what this team is. This team is staring the Ron Rivera special dead in the face again. 7 wins. That is our peak. That is our ceiling. That is our floor. That is who the fuck we are under Ronald Eugene Rivera in his coaching, in his tutelage, in his weak-ass roster construction of the Washington Commanders. I am embarrassed to be a fan today. I don't even have a hat or the colors on. There's enough of it on the graphics for the episode. I don't want to wear the colors today. I wear the colors gladly. I'll be back in that stadium in my clown suit in 3 weeks on the 29th when the Eagles come to town to fucking stomp us because the first game was a fluke. They're going to beat the shit out of us. And knowing Washington, the only thing that can make this better right now is Taylor Heineke getting in versus the Falcons and stomping us next week. That would be the most Washington on-brand shit ever. The team was bad on all three levels. Joey Slye missed a chip shot kick. Didn't care. Honestly, didn't care if he made the kick because him making the kick would have just made it feel like we made it a game when we didn't really make it a game. We like came back, but we didn't make it a game. We're trash. We weren't coming back in that game yesterday. As soon as it hit 27-3, the game was over. We were just playing to see if we were going to have some goddamn dignity and make it look like it appeared to be a football game on Thursday night. Now imagine being in a game where you weren't ever truly in it versus the 0-4, 0-14 in their last 14 games Chicago Bears. Justin Fields, 280 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. We couldn't make the Bears turn the ball over, a team that just sprays the football around on the field. The Broncos had a good second half of defense versus the Chicago Bears. Not my Washington Commanders, though. 40 on our head top on national TV. 40 points. Y'all should be disgusted with yourselves. Players, coaches, ownership. Shit, as fans, like, I felt nasty just being in the stadium. I felt nasty. Like, I'm really out here. I was out here from 4 p.m. to midnight supporting this trash, this abstract disaster of a football team. 2-3 feels like 0-5. And those 2 wins feel so stupid now in hindsight. I don't know what else to tell you, man. This is a bad team. Chase Young, you fought yesterday. I'm not giving nobody game balls. 11 pressures most of his career. Montez Sweat, you got taken out of the game by a rookie. And Darnell Wright. They got Tevin Jenkins talking spicy on our name on the other side. Tevin fucking Jenkins. Nasty, man. I don't know how anybody can defend or find any positivity or silver linings from last night's game. Bless your heart if you're moving like that, but I'm too objective to do such. I'm disgusted. With 10 days until our next game, I don't see why we couldn't make a firing today, but Magic Johnson, thank you for tweeting your displeasure and your distaste from last night. The competitor in you truly shined, and I love to see Magic Johnson doing that. Everything I love about last night had nothing to do with what we did on the football field because nobody gets a game ball. Nobody gets a positive acknowledgement. I'm not going to sit here and size the quarterback or the offensive coordinator for throwing the ball 80 times in a row after being down 24 points because what the fuck else are you supposed to do? Down 24 points in the first half, you should accumulate stats because you have to throw it every snap of the game because you're down 24 as soon as the goddamn game started. I'm not giving nobody any praise. Nobody played well. Nobody played defense. Nobody played okay. Everybody was a part of the problem. It's one big blame pie of bullshit, and the whole team can take all of it. I'm disgusted. I'm tired of this shit. It doesn't matter what coach you bring in here. It don't matter what the team is called. It don't matter what the roster look like. My whole life as a Washington fan has been painful, and last night was the perfect depiction of what it's been like to be a 30-something-year-old Washington Commanders football team, Redskin fan. And we should be fucking embarrassed and disgraced as a fan base on October 6th after what our team put on national TV for the whole world to see last night. Whole team gets a big fat ass F. Nobody played well. Nobody coached well. Nobody gets a pass. Y'all were all fucking trash last night. That's all I got on this game. Let's move on to next week because this shit was terrible. And reset and blow this whole bitch up because nothing that's on the coaching staff or on this roster is the answer or the solution long term right now. I'd start the fire sale, but that's me personally. That's all I got for right now. Until next time, hail to the Washington Commanders. Commander Rio, out.